Mocha Z and Kirsten G. Beautiful, strong queens, come and listen to 3. Peace and love comes naturally. Powerful, outspoken women listen happily.
Hey, right. Right.
Keisha's the intro, y'all. Keisha is the intro.
Listen, that sweetheart, when she sung that song, she said, "This gonna be Keisha."
She was like,
"This gonna be Mocha Boy."
She saw you when she hummed that out her throat. She had seen you.
That Mocha girl.
She was like,
she
"This
gonna
is
get,
all
that's
Mocha
her
right
part.
here."
That's her part.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to POW Radio. Looks like we have some issues with our live on
YouTube, Facebook at the POW Experience. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you like, share, follow, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And tonight is Tuesday. However, if you don't miss don't catch all of the show or want to watch it again, you can catch it again on Thursdays, right?
Yeah, Thursday, 7 p.m.
It'll be all nice and edited, with your character generators and and whatnot and what have you.
It'll definitely still be entertaining and worth the watch.
Worth the watch.
All right,
definitely.
So listen, I am excited about tonight's topic because I've had so many side conversations leading up to this that I've gotten so many different viewpoints on the topic. So I'm excited about touching on our topic for tonight. And our topic for the night is transgender integration. So mull over that, because I like that word.
She likes to mull. She loves mulling.
Mull over that, and then when we get there, I want you guys to join the conversation because it has definitely been something that's been popping on social media for the last week and a half, probably since that article came out about the people in the different sports arenas
and all of that.
Yeah. So mull over that, and we'll talk a little bit about it a little later tonight. But before we continue, as you can see, it's just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Hey, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Hey.
You and
I. Nobody said I could sing, but it doesn't stop me from
never stops her.
Okay. So yes, we are missing our lovely KG, Kirsten G, who had a death in the family. So we are praying for her, sending our condolences to her, and can't wait to have her back.
Yes, definitely.
All right. But in place of something with Kirsten, we got a little topic that we want to kind of discuss a little bit because we know it's probably going to turn into a whole show at a later time. But we're going to touch on it for a brief moment just to get y'all ears a little tingling about it. What do y'all think about karma?
Right, karma.
Because it's real.
I think people don't think fat meat greasy.
That's what I'm saying. It's real. It's real. Karma is real. Just like energy is real. It's all real. Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess as a child, before I even knew what karma was, I always kind of felt it. And I always thought, I personally never wanted to, retaliate against people. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm going to let God do it because I don't want that to come back on me in this universe at some point.
I felt the same way. And I still feel the same way.
And I didn't know what karma was then, but that's essentially, I guess, what that was. But I totally believe in it. That's why I always say, especially now that I'm more enlightened in certain areas, I always say, I plant good seeds in people. I'm not trying to plant no seeds, no bad seeds, no nasty soil, nothing. The things that I do for people is genuine. It's from the heart. It's not even because of you. It's because of me. It's because of who I am that I want to do those
even
things.
Though I truly believe in karma and similar to you growing up, I always thought that it would come back on me. I would be the one that get caught up because I did this. You know what I'm saying? You doing this, that consequence gonna come right back around on you.
Right. Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying? So I always thought that, you know what I'm saying, growing up, but that didn't stop me in my growing phase. From doing things that I knew karma was gonna catch up with me. And when it did, I don't know if at the time I realized, this karma. But after I dug deeper, you know how you kind of do the self-evaluation, trying to learn the lesson, what I get out of this mess?
Right.
Then it's okay, I see what happened here.
I think for me, the only time I ever thought about karma or whatever is when someone did something to me. You know what I'm saying? If somebody did something to me, a lot of people's natural reflex is to fire back. You know what I'm saying?
Karma gonna get you.
And my natural reflex was always think as soon as I do something, it's gonna be just, you know what I'm saying, my luck that something bad gonna happen on me just because I did that. So I'm not gonna do that. That's the only time I thought about any other thing. Yeah, I didn't got into some stuff with this.
Right. The story that
I didn't think about karma
then that like rings true to me is a situation where a friend of mine, I'm gonna use that word is kind of hard heavy, but an associate of mine had this thing going on with this guy, right? And it was just a random thing that she had going on with this guy. And some years later, me and the guy kind of had a full-blown relationship, you know what I'm saying, after the fact. And it ended horribly, you know, cheating and all of that ended horribly. And then, of course, after the fact, I'm thinking to myself, you know, maybe I could have saved myself that heartache had I not even went that route, because I know that my associate had already had dealings with that person. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's my
entanglement.
Yeah, that entanglement with that person. So to me, that was my version of karma, and it rung so true because growing up, I had always thought that. And then when it happened, after I, you know, got through my whole breakup grieving stage, I'm like, you thought this all along growing up, and then you fell right into the trap. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Or you brought it to you because you always thought that.
Right.
But yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, I never was like, if you talk to my friend, I won't.
That's why I said I'm not.
I don't know if I know that you have talked to or approached or y'all whatever anybody that I.
But this is
cool
young
with
versus adult. Well, thinking that they're now an adult.
Yeah.
You know,
being a grown person and thinking you grown.
Right. Because at the time when they had their entanglement, we were like in our college years, and you know, you hung out with a couple of different people, and y'all all was kind of growing. By the time we got into a whole relationship, we were done with college. Like, we had been out of school for years. And, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of transitioned into a relationship. But after it all.
But then when it did, you was like,
and I was like, you knew better.
But I always think about karma, especially when people do something to me, you know. And this recently, like, somebody really, really hurt my feelings. And I just didn't want to let karma
do his thing.
I was just like enraged and angry.
But I feel like that's people's initial reaction anyway.
But for me, it never has been.
Oh, so this is a new emotion for you.
New emotion. It has never. I've never been that person. I just be like, step back and let you know. But this time it was like, no. Like, I don't want to wait for karma this time. Like,
I need to get that person now.
Vengeance needs to be mine
right now. Sis, Zan.
Yes, Dr. Z. Vengeance. I want revenge.
It's mine. Oh my God.
I was just so angry. You know what I'm saying? And even in my words, I wasn't listening to myself, but I was saying that karma. You know, I was saying that, you know, for this person, I imparted great things. I put blessings. I did right by this particular person, you know. And karma is just going to show them. Life got a way of showing people.
Baby,
you know
every
what I'm
time.
saying? Don't believe me. Okay, life will show you. Yeah. You know, but I just was just over it.
Some people don't even realize that it's karma coming back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know how I said I kind of, after the fact, it dawned on me, oh, that was karma. But some people,
that's the first thing I be thinking about. Something happened to me, I be like, what I do?
I did not.
I did something too. Let me think.
When something happens to me, I think about what I've done. I do think about what I've done that may have caused this consequence. But I don't know if it's necessarily something that I did to someone. It may have just been a decision that I thought maybe only affected me, which is a whole nother topic.
Right.
But in reality, all of our decisions have a downline effect on the people that we are around.
Definitely does.
And so I probably didn't realize that at the time of making the decision, but then when the consequence came, or when karma hit me, I'm like, dang, I probably should have thought about that decision a little bit harder.
You know where I see a lot of karma? In my kids.
I bet all parents. Comment below.
Like, ain't this a
comment below if you see karma in your kids.
When I was younger,
because parents say
that all the time. My lively, wonderful personality was like on 511 when I was a child because my energy level and youth and all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I can recall, the things that I did. Okay. And people used to be like, you used to get on my nerve. And I'd be like, why? I was just, playing. And I was just, I have a child.
Don't sit down.
Bless his heart. Jesus, Lord, wanted it. When I tell you this man, okay, I'll be like,
yeah, he went from a child to a man.
Oh my God. He's all of them together. His grandparents said that he was colorful, and that's the perfect description of this personality. But he is so much like me, and I just look at him and I can be like, I can see now what people were saying how I used to get on their nerves. Because I'd be like, bruh, like, shut up.
The last nerve.
Sit down. What's going on? I'd be like, Karma. Or my son will say something or do something, and I'll be like,
Even your mom probably said, wait till you have kids. Like, that's parents' favorite line. Wait till you have kids.
Just wait.
Like, my sister, she knows it. Like, there's a little bit of her in all of her kids, but that oldest one,
Cameron.
baby. That Cameron Dion McDaniel, baby. Spit him right on out of there.
Right on out of there.
I said, I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do. And he's always semi-grown, but baby, he is all of her.
It just is so crazy to see those things in that other person. You be like, dang, now I get it. Sit down. No, just
like different situations that have happened with my sister and Cameron, my mom would be like, yeah.
My mama say that too. Yeah. You just she always right back.
Have to remind my sister. Don't
my
you remember
mom
this
says,
time?
My mom always say, doesn't that remind you of somebody? I'll be like,
yeah.
Ain't nobody asked you.
Right. That's the same way she do.
Leave me alone.
Who asked you?
Yeah.
So yeah, karma is real. We all know it. I just comment below the time that you think you were affected by karma.
Right. You
experienced karma. And then I actually kind of want to know the time where you made a conscious decision knowing that something might happen on the end of the long run. You was like, I'm going to do it. I only live once.
Hey, karma give me one day.
I had so many of those moments in college. That was my favorite line. I'm only going to be in college one time.
I didn't even have a line. I didn't even think. I just
baby, in my mind, I just was like, am I ever going to have an opportunity to do this again?
I never thought about it. I just did it.
It
was like, hey, you won? I was like, yep. Go.
But it kind of started in high school. Like, I almost, the first thing I can remember, just do it, Keisha. I almost,
just do it, Keisha.
Yeah, just do it, Mocha. I almost went to prom by myself.
Oh, I almost went to prom by myself.
And then I kept thinking, well, would you ever have the opportunity to go to another prom with someone that actually goes? You know what I'm saying? All of that thing. Because somebody asked me, and at first I was like, Well, then I ended up going. I actually had a good time.
I went to prom with a friend of mine that I kind of grew up with. I went to his prom with them and a bunch of friends that went to that particular school. And then I went to my prom. I was going to go by myself. But another friend of mine was going by himself, so he's like, let's just go together.
Now, this is a whole action to prom type of situation. But
I
before
didn't do all of that.
It didn't matter because I was like, I'm going to just go. And then I thought, well, maybe I should go. You know,
all of that.
Not that I wanted to be, but once I was, it was like, I shouldn't turn it down. Like, I almost turned it down. Like, I should turn it. Because when would I ever go to prom again?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking like, okay, just you only live once.
Yeah.
Do it, Keisha.
What are your YOLO moments? That's a good one.
I have so many.
That's
a whole nother show. I'm gonna have to get a list of the ones that I should talk about and the ones I should not.
The ixnay ones. Okay, we gonna ixnay on some of them.
Don't talk about that, Keisha, because sometimes I start talking and I'm like,
some of them can be discussed. You know.
All right, so that was good though, because karma is real. I will say this about your recent situation, because you know we're friends outside of this. I thought the same way. It was so different to see your emotions played out via a text message immediately. Like, I've heard you say those type of things.
What do you mean you thought the same way? Like, this is the first time you ever saw me?
Your emotional side be so verbal initially.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think me and you are alike in some ways where we kind of think it through and are rational before we respond. But this was
no
this is the first time that I've ever seen
Ixnay on the rationale.
This was the first time that I ever seen your emotional response play out so quickly after something had transpired. Because usually that side of you would have came some weeks later when we was chopping it up about it.
Yeah.
And then it would have been like,
right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, yeah, girl. Right. Yeah, girl. Yeah. But this time I was like, girl, don't worry about that. You know?
I don't know. It was
like
a
shocker. But people have those moments.
I just feel like this. People, there are good, genuine people out here that really care for people, love on people, just because of who they are. And it just burns me up for people to take advantage of people like that. It's like, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of these fools got the nerve to make it that person's fault. You know what I'm saying? That they're this nice.
You know how I have overcome the whole feeling of being taken advantage of? I make sure that everything I do is because I want to do it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Once I got to that point, then I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care if you thought that you were taking advantage of me or getting over on me. Mm-hmm. You know, so I don't care about that because everything that I do is because I want to do it.
Yeah, I just wasn't punched in the face mode. So everything that I literally did, I wanted to do. And that's why I like I said, at this point in my life, I don't do regrets. Mm-hmm. The things that I do it consciously knowing it, and I'm good with it. I'm okay with it. Right. So I don't have to be like, I shouldn't have, I wish I wouldn't have. No, but still.
Shoulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Even still, stuff pissed me off.
And it will.
And sometimes people need to get punched in the face. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, every once in a while, a little punch in the face ain't never really hurt nobody.
Not really. You can survive a punch, but just don't punch me. You can survive a punch. Me,
do we have
any
comments before we go on?
Yeah, Cass D says she met Karma around 25, between 25 and 30.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? That was the same age of my whole little incident when it hit me in my face.
Karma?
Well, it probably started trickling in around my 30s. Like right before I got to 30. Yeah. And then, like, as I got into my 30s is when I realized that was karma. So that's true. I mean, maybe that's the age where you start doing your self-evaluation, trying to get your life together, school over with. You got to figure this thing out. It's life. Adulting is hard.
I'm going to have to think on that to see when I feel like I really experienced, like, karma. Like, really hit me. I don't feel like...
You don't feel like anything that's transpired in your life was a indirect or direct response to some decision that you made early
on? I don't know. I don't feel like, no. I feel like, I made some bad decisions, but not in a karma, like I did something to somebody, so now I'm getting paid back for it kind of thing.
But you know, karma don't come the same way you dish it out. Yeah, so even if you did something to somebody, that karma come around in a different way. It might be,
but I don't know. She
sure
don't.
Why she gotta be a she? Cause she downright dirty.
Okay, nowadays it's days and weeds and shit.
And we about to get into it.
All of them, both of them.
She, he, they.
All of them.
Yeah, we about to get into it. But before we do, let's jump over into these random facts because I know you got some, girl.
I got a few and whatnot.
Tell us where karma came from. You got a random fact about karma?
No, because of that situation. Okay, and I needed to be on the mic that karma is.
You know karma. She be out here.
I need to be on the mic and let everybody know that karma is real.
Out there.
Okay.
She out there.
Okay. What is this? This right here. This is karma. This hand right here.
This is ghetto karma. Karma can come ghetto, bone, simple.
Hey, whenever somebody do this, that's karma coming at you right here. This is.
While Zan looking at her random facts, I want to point out my lovely Timmy shoes.
Boo shoes. These is the Boo baby shoes.
Let me see. I'll show y'all this side.
The Boo baby shoes
that my boyfriend bought me for my birthday.
Oh,
listen, I've been wanting these shoes since like
Clap
September.
It up for the boyfriend.
I wanted these shoes since like September, and I asked, I said, "Hey, man, I want these shoes." And then a week went by, 2 weeks went by, I ain't got no shoes, so you know me, the slightly still trying to be independent, but in a relationship. I'm like, bumping. He ain't gonna buy me these shoes. I'm gonna get them on my own. So I went to look for the shoes, sold out everywhere. Couldn't get a pair of shoes nowhere. Nobody was restocking them. Nothing. And then on my birthday, I don't know what he got. Somebody made these for him. I don't know where he found these shoes.
He pre-ordered
I don't know where he found these shoes, but he got these shoes, and I love them.
Yes, they are so cute, and they look cute with your orange.
Yeah.
You know how you rocking that orange, and how your skin is glowing. You know, it's pulling out your tones and whatnot.
Is orange my color?
Orange is your color this year, girl. That's cute. But okay, so random facts. This one is cute. Your nose is always in view. Technically, you're always looking at your nose, but your brain just chooses to ignore it.
I can dig that.
Right? Sometimes I'll be seeing my nose.
Me too.
Because I'll be like...
but I see my nose because I'm always looking down because I have a red nose.
I see these nostrils.
Oh, no, I don't see that.
I see you see my nostrils?
I gotta close one eye to see mine.
Oh, no, I see the tips of them, right? The top right here. My brain ain't telling me that. Hey, like, clear them out too. Clear them out too. They blocking my view. Hey, brain. Hey, dim them.
Bring them down a notch.
Dim them down. I need a clear view.
The opposite of Aaliyah. They block my cup.
Turn my nose down.
Turn my nose down.
Down some more. Some more.
Not a little bit more.
Oh my God. Okay, this one is cool too. I kind of figured this, but honey is the only type of food that does not rot. Oh, it can remain in a jar and be edible to humans for over 3,000 years.
Wow, 3,000 years?
Would you eat some 3,000 year honey?
If you didn't tell me. Do not tell me.
Hey, that honey might got some sauce in it. Yeah. Might, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why I say, hey, y'all.
Hey.
Listen, just don't tell me that 3,000 years old. Because I'm going to be like, that's like exciting.
Why not people eat aged cheese and aged wine?
Just not me.
You don't eat aged, you wouldn't drink aged wine?
Yes.
So why not honey?
I don't know.
You eat a 3,000
I think
year old drip of honey on a new Popeye's biscuit.
Don't tell me. I'm good. As long as I don't know, it's the things that I don't know that can't hurt me.
That honey not supposed to hurt you because, you know, it don't go bad.
It probably won't hurt me, but it's the mental that I know.
Yeah.
That's going to be like, no, man.
Somebody be like, here, girl. They be like, girl, you know that's 3,000 years old. And you be like,
now people going to start looking at the bottle like, when the expiration date of they honey?
How old is this honey? Why it even got an expiration date if it live that long? Why do honey got an expiration date if it live that long? I don't know.
But you know, most stuff in the stores have expiration date because it's a sell by date.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just so they don't get no lawsuits and nothing like that. Probably with the packaging and what they have to do.
Yeah.
To
probably contaminated.
Yeah.
Well, it did say jar too, so that's probably like glass as opposed to plastic and all that.
And processing, you know how manufacturers do. This is what I'm about to say. I've never heard this, the sell by date, but somebody recently told me that milk can last 10 days after the expiration date on the thing.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Never in my
once it starts stinking, throw it away.
Entire life.
Throw it away. When it starts stinking,
when
and
that
turning
date
and turning,
appears,
let it go.
Keisha is pouring the whole container
whole
out.
Thing. I don't care if I had one bowl of cereal.
I don't care.
It's all gone.
I don't care. You can't play around with spoiled milk. That just tears up your whole inside.
Then you're supposed to be drinking milk.
I don't.
We got a comment.
We got a comment from Sandy Bean. She says, "If milk should be the last thing you pick up before you leave the store."
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah. And you shouldn't be going 1,000 different places when you leave the store. You should be going right home.
I know. You be going to the Family Dollar.
I gotta make one more stop. I'm not drinking this.
I gotta pick up this dry cleaning.
I'm gonna get some gas right quick.
No, be lukewarm by the time you get home. You refrigerate it. Ugh. You done made some buttermilk, didn't you? Ooh.
Cottage cheese. It's on its way to being cottage cheese. By the time you get out.
Okay. This is cool too, I thought. The mathematical probability of you being born is estimated to be 1 in 400 trillion.
Listen, I keep telling people I'm special.
I am the onlyest one in the world.
The onlyest one?
The onlyest.
I love that. I am the onlyest one. Listen,
I am the onlyest one in 400
I celebrate my birthday like can't nobody
trillion.
celebrate it.
You see
so
what I'm saying?
I already know.
You're the only one in 400 trillion.
Never again in your lifetime.
In y'all lifetime.
When you ever meet.
Ever. Okay.
Mocha.
Ever. You understand?
I try to tell people, and now this is definitely, that random fact is definitely coming up.
Oh, yeah.
You know
that
how
one.
I always say
you try to find one.
How I can incorporate
don't do me, because I am 1 in 400 trillion.
1 in 400
okay.
trillion. You never found
you don't
another.
Do me. Never find
Bet
another.
you bad you lost this one. Bet you.
Talk about a needle in a haystack.
Bet you yourself like, dang, how did I lose?
Now that is a
one?
needle in a haystack right there.
That I ain't never understood that, because them hay, that little hay, baby, what you doing with a needle?
I don't know. What is your song with hay? With a needle?
I never understood
near
it.
a haystack?
I don't understand it.
Yeah. You know, I never thought about that one.
Yeah, make you go,
Things that make you say, Okay, last one. When you sneeze, the particles ejected out of your nostrils are traveling at 100 miles per hour. This is faster than the maximum run speed of a cheetah, which is roughly 70 to 75 miles per hour.
Surprisingly, I knew that.
Oh. Yeah, you went ahead and knew a fact.
I knew that, but let me tell you how I know it, and even why. Because of COVID.
I knew you were about to say that.
But we did at work, they did a whole little video with Disney. They kind of show you, like, when you sneeze, or even when you cough, or when you talk, like, how fast those particles go out, and how far it go out. And I mean, before COVID, nobody even paid attention. Like, we was blowing out candles on birthday cakes.
Yeah. It's
Before
the same
COVID.
job.
But now you're like, what the?
You still blowing flu on your cake.
Right. We done miscontaminated everything, you know?
Whole time you blowing TV on your cake.
So whole time, honey. You trying to figure out where you got that cold from. And it's because you had a slice of cake.
You had some goddamn...
anything, baby. When I tell you that video was so graphic.
Yeah.
And then they had the little red, the fact up under there. And I was like, that is disgusting.
Disgusting.
And we used to jump when you see somebody spit out their mouth. We be like, oh, you spit. Baby, every time they talk.
Yeah, I don't do that either. I'll be like, don't be talking. Why are you talking so fast? Don't do that. Step back, please. Ew, and then when people talk and spit gather around the corners of their mouth.
Yeah, I mean, that's too much stuff.
Do you feel that? You're saying too much
coming out, and you
fast.
Still got stuff.
It is gathering too fast. Your words is coming too fast. Slow down.
Thank you, too.
You got shit waiting on the corners for you.
Think it through. Take your time. Write it down.
Take your time. It's build up in the corner. You got a whole lot of shit waiting to be said right
That's
there.
what people say before you even say something. You be like, I heard you over there.
I heard the left corner of your mouth talking.
It said what you wanted to say already.
It already let me know.
Already? It already let me know. Baby, that left side told on you.
Okay. Just nasty. Ooh-wee.
All right, let me get myself together.
Bring it back.
Ooh,
hey, if you guys know some random facts, feel free to share them with me. I don't mind sharing them. If you knew about these random facts, let me know. Keisha knew about two.
No, I only knew the one.
She knew one, and she's going to use one finally.
Yes. Listen, if you start up a conversation with me, okay, and it got anything to do with me, I'm going to say that.
Yeah, I'm actually going to get a shirt made.
Oh, yeah.
1 in 400 trillion. Okay.
Get me one.
Yep. Yeah. This is what it is. And it's going to say POW on the back.
Dare you to say something, because it's proven.
I'll be like, what?
It's a whole fact out in this piece.
Read the shirt.
Right. Google it.
You gonna come at me like that? You
Right.
know what, man? I'm 1 in 1 and 400 trillion,
Look,
baby.
then you should put on there Google it. Or duck
Go.
it. Yeah, whatever you need to do.
Go.
It's fact, boo.
Whatever you need to do. Okay,
That's a
figure
fact,
it out.
boo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never ever going. You know that really that means that there's never going to be anyone like you that is ever going to be around
in what we know as a
anybody.
lifespan.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Again, so you won't come back around for at least another 400 trillion years.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that a blip? So that's how long it take people to come back?
I mean, if yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's just how long it takes for me to come back. Because once I'm out of here,
I'm gone. Don't even worry about me.
Yeah. God ain't going to call my name again for another 400 trillion years.
400 trillion.
Yeah. I'm going to be straight. You ever seen that movie with Chris Rock? And he gets shot and then he come back from heaven and in somebody else's body.
Yeah.
He ain't going to tell me to do that. I ain't coming back for another 400 and some odd trillion years.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
you better enjoy
too.
me while I'm here.
While I'm here. Okay.
Enjoy me while I'm here.
Enjoy me now. Right now.
Me and a coworker was, not talking about that, but we were just talking this morning about how short life is. And just how, you know what I'm saying, you have to enjoy the moments. And I literally live by that.
And somebody posted real quick before the comment. I think it was Sierra and her husband, what's his name, Russell, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he had posted something like how he loves her so much that he values, the time that he has with her because he knows life is so short that he don't know at any time, at any day, he could lose her. So he values every moment that
he was saying
that
that's his greatest fear.
Fear, yeah, that's what it was. I was like, yeah,
and that's a whole nother show topic too, because I want to talk about how men and women feel about this whole love that Russell Wilson and Sierra have. I just don't understand none of the viewpoints. So we're gonna wrap around to that
another topic.
We're gonna reach around to that on another show.
We're gonna reach around.
I just get so.
Aren't a naturally occurring fruit.
Oranges. I did hear that.
I was about to say, did you mention that one time? But I think we were just talking about strawberries.
I think we were talking about strawberries that day, but I have heard that before.
Yeah, what you mean, like the seeds that they plant that grow? It's a man-made seed. Is that what he said? Or her?
It's man-made, Max.
Interesting.
It's a lot of man-made stuff that we don't even know that ain't even real. Definitely. Like what? That ain't even a real what? What the what? They be trying to kill us out
created
of
that
Be
thing.
careful.
Shoot, back in the day, people were just making stuff out of what they had. So you could create anything out of nothing.
You sure can. Especially if you're black.
Right. You had to, almost. All right. Whew, girl, that was good.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So let's talk about transgender integration. I feel like that's a tongue twister because every time I'm about to say it, I have to like speak slowly, talk and make sure I get it out. But we're going to talk about transgender integration. So I haven't even watched the clip or even read an article about it, but I've seen it pop up on social media so many times within the last week and a half about the controversy, I guess, that's over transgender joining their new gender sports arena. So I once was a man, now I'm a female, and I want to be a UFC fighter, but I'm only gonna fight women because I view myself.
Because men was whipping my ass.
Right.
That's basically
because I view myself now as a woman. So let me just say this before we delve into the conversation. These are all just opinions, nothing facts, so to speak, unless we pull up a fact. But at the end of the day, to each his own, but we definitely all have viewpoints on the topic because I personally feel like it's interesting enough to think that you want to be a woman. And correct me if I'm wrong, if we have anybody that's transgender or know somebody that's transgender, I just want to be clarified if I'm wrong. But changing your sex is just changing parts, but not your genetic makeup. So to me, I feel like, yes, you can be considered a woman if that's what you want to go by. And I respect that, but you're still genetically a man.
Say, listen, if you want to be who you want to be, if you want to be Barney, a unicorn, a guy that's a girl that's a guy.
Right.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, okay, and sails you into the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
But create your own lane.
Right.
Because I'm going to just say this. As a woman, genetically, physically, spiritually, internally, all of that, I'm cool with myself and my avatar together.
Mm-hmm.
It offends me for transgender men transitioning to feminine or women to call themselves women. Mm-hmm. That is offensive to me as a woman. Be a transgender, be someone that create your own lane. You're doing it anyway.
I agree with that.
You're doing it anyway. Just create your own lane, but don't jump over here and be like, "Oh, now I'm a woman because I feel." No, you're not. I am one, and that's offensive to me. But y'all don't want to be offended. But what about, you know what I'm saying? Right. So no, that part I'm like, no.
God forbid you're offended though.
Right. God forbid I be offended because
I,
but I totally agree. Like, if you want to do all those changes or whatever in sports or whatever, because me personally, I'm gonna just be real. I feel like all these men that are now leaving their male dominant sport to go and compete with women is some bitches. Personally, I'm gonna just be real. Y'all could not compete and win in your field competing against other men. So you decide that because you felt feminine inside that you're gonna externally go and compete with some other women.
So that is I got not a devil's advocate point, but I just got a question. Like, maybe they felt that the reason why they couldn't compete on the level of the man or the male dominant sport because internally they were women.
Okay, so let me say this. Okay, genetically,
hey, I'm with the genetics.
Okay. Listen, I can right now psychologically go into whatever thought process I want to do in terms of what I believe about myself or anybody else, because that's what the brain can do. Okay, the body is designed to do exactly specific certain things. Okay, now we can change it. We can put an arm where a leg's supposed to be and a leg where an arm's supposed to be, and we can flap it and do all of that.
But wherever you put the arm, it's still gonna do what the arm is supposed to do.
It's gonna be an arm. Okay.
Yep.
And also, that's the part. It's just like create other land, because then you're doing stuff like I read an article about the dude that and sorry, at this point you still a dude. Shut up. The dude went into the MMA and cracked like 5 women's skulls.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yep.
And he won the championship, and he just no.
So that leads me to a video that I saw on Instagram, and this is the first time. This is last week, I guess, when the story first hit, or one of the stories first hit. And I saw this clip on Instagram, which brought the topic up, and when you brought it up. But I immediately remembered the video when you brought the topic up. But he was basically saying, to each his own. But he does, just like you, he doesn't like the fact that he raises his daughter to be strong, to be excellent, or to be the best in whatever she has a passion for, whether it be basketball, football, whatever it is, music, whatever her talent is. He doesn't like the fact that if he raises his daughter to be the best that she can be, and she works as hard as she can be to be dominant in that particular field as a woman, that you can turn around and come in and compete with her. Right. You know what I'm saying? And to him, that was frustrating. Yes. And I mean, to me, I like the idea of creating your own lane. I mean, at this point, we are creating lanes for all these different people anyway. Like, one of my coworkers at work was like, the LGBTQ community, and I was like, baby, it's a whole lot of letters. Element of P, X, it's a whole lot of other letters 1, 2,
3 now.
Right, that's associated with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't even keep up.
We did a diversity and inclusion, like, little virtual thing at work, and it's like a whole little video that comes out and talks about the she, the he, and the they, and the we, all and the, you know what I'm saying, and what you want to be called, and knowing that there's 3 different things, like what your preference is as far as sexuality, what your gender is, and what you want to be known for. Like, it's just separate entities to the whole makeup of the thing currently. So if you're creating that individual lane already, I totally think that that's an option to just create another lane. But I think that maybe they're battling the female and the male aspect of it, and so they're trying to fit into one or the other. But the reality is, you're not.
You don't fit.
Right. You're
and
not
see, that's
into
the
one
whole,
or the other because you've chosen to be something else.
That's
so
what I'm saying. That's the
out.
whole crazy psychological.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you're different and you don't fit. And then you don't really want to fit because you know that you're different, but then you want to fit. Hey, man, sit down, man. Hey, man, sit down. Sit down somewhere, man.
But that also brings up another topic. I told you I had so many conversations about this.
Mm-hmm.
From the moment that I posted the video last night of the teaser, mm-hmm. I've had so many different conversations with people. But another topic, one of my coworkers has a friend that was actually transgender, but she just brought up a topic and was just like, you know, what do you think about people? Well, the first question she asked me is, do I think that transgender people should tell whoever they're dating or whoever they're friends with, or, you know, like really mm-hmm. close to, that they once were a guy or that they once were a female? And I said, out of respect, you should tell me. I think there's no different mm-hmm. than any other component in a relationship, right. Whether you're male or female, you know what I'm saying? Like, but right. if I've ever been to jail, if I've ever been married, right. if I've ever, you know what I'm saying? Like, if those things are going to affect whoever I'm around and right. whoever I care about, then I should, out of respect, I should be able to tell them. It goes right into the whole thing of being open and honest and lay it all on the table and let me decide if I want to embark on that.
This is my thing as well. If this is your lifestyle, whatever version you choose to have, then why not just be you?
Yeah.
You want to be respected and you want to look at as a human and a free person and all this mm-hmm. what you deserve because that's what you choose to do with your life, then be open and be free. And those people who don't accept you, then just cut them out. And then you have plenty of people that accept mm-hmm. you. This world is so accepting of so many things that, I mean, really, it's no need to be ashamed and all of that. But don't come and force me, a real woman, to now look at you because you made some cosmetic changes as a woman, when to me as a woman, complete, not disconnected in any of the different stages that she explained, mm-hmm. it's offensive. To me, you broken up. Okay, I get it. So then create your broken up lane. Create your I'm not quite sure lane. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like this or don't feel like that. It's a lane right. for that. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a dude. I want to be a girl. It's a lane for that. Like, it's so many lanes. Just pick one. But stop trying to come into these other lanes, trying to state your claim and all of that, because you're doing a disservice. And then you're even doing a disservice to the transgender LGBTQ community as well. Mm-hmm. Because that's just, to me, that's taken away from that too, because it's already a fight to get, you know what I'm saying, all of this.
Everybody has a fight. There's a minority piece of everything. You mm-hmm. know what I'm saying? Like, everything is categorized nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be a minority piece of everything, to being a woman, to being black, to being a right. man, to being a black man, to being a child, to being a Mexican, to being, you know what I'm saying? Right, to being gay, to being lesbian. Like, there's going to be a minority mm-hmm. piece to all of that. But if, to me, this is how I feel. Mm-hmm. If you are dedicated, that's who you are. You claim that this is true, you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? True blue, you can't be a man. Mentally, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? You feel like, woman, hear me roar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. That's who you is. Then what is the problem? Are you that committed to being a woman that you don't see that you're not truly a woman? Or do you fear not being able to express that to somebody that you say cares about you or that you care about? Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't disclose that information, you know what I'm saying, to your friend or to the person you're dating. Like, what would be the secret if you're so committed to that? Like, I wouldn't lie to anybody about,
I think it's just the acceptance of the people that are around me or the people that I love. I think that's why people be in a closet, because it's like I realize who I feel like I am or who I think that I am, and the people around me won't be accepting of it. So in order to be able to still have these loved ones and able to still commune with them and have the relationships that I have, I'm going to keep it quiet, because I know if I disclose this, it's going to change that dynamic in my life.
It's definitely going to change the dynamic.
So a lot of people don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
But whether you want to change the dynamic now or later, though.
Right.
You know
I
what
get
I'm
what
saying?
you're
Like,
saying.
I feel like
yeah.
it's ultimately you're gonna, like, even in just a regular relationship, ultimately, like, if you don't tell me that you got 6 kids when we start dating, and then 3 months later I'm trying to figure out where all your money going is because you got 6 kids. You know what I'm saying? Even whether you told me now then or you tell me 3 or 6 months later, I'm still gonna make a decision. Now I'm even pissed at the fact that you did not lie to me, that you said you cared, that you told me all these wonderful things, but you left off this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you didn't respect me enough to let me know why you didn't let me choose. You know what I'm saying? And then another conversation that came up at work was some people, transgender, feel like they can't be friends with the same people that they were friends with before. Like in your scenario, they didn't want to, I guess, tell them. And then when they finally came out, they just kind of like, I ain't dealing with them no more because now I'm a woman and I don't want to have those same interactions with that person no more. You know what I'm saying? But to me, are you really committed to really being a woman if you can't be a woman around the person that you cared about before? You know what I'm saying? Like, if what you say is true and you've always been this way, then whether you were actually physically looking like a woman or looking like a man, they know you was that person.
And they know. They already know.
Like, I don't get that. I feel like that says something about your commitment.
I don't have. I mean, I've met transgender people. I have family and friends that's gay and all that type of stuff. So I'm not like, oh my God, it's just like horrible or anything like that. But honestly, if I had a guy friend that was transgender, I would not look at him as a woman. I would look at him as a guy friend that was transgender.
Right.
Ooh, them titties look good.
Or to be real, I probably wouldn't look no different. Like, we would just still be friends. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But like, I wouldn't have an opinion either way. If you happy, then I definitely am happy because my goal is to make sure that you're happy. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the relationship to me, I don't think would change.
No, definitely.
And I know, gay people. I don't know any transgender, not that I'm aware of.
Exactly, that I'm aware of.
Not that I'm aware of, but I do know gay people. I even know some bisexual people. And I mean, your sexual orientation or even the makeup of your body does not dictate whether we're gonna click or not. You know what I'm saying? Like the friendship or even associating myself or working with, or you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't determine if we click. Like, are we like-minded? Can we have open discussions about things? You know what I'm saying? Like, can we joke about some things and laugh and have a good time? Like, those type of things. Are we equally yoked as a friend,
and then let me just say this, too, in defense of I'll just say alternate lifestyle community as opposed to elemental, I don't know all the way. I hate that people automatically think of sex when they think of all these different alternatives to being straight. You know what I'm saying? It's like automatic. Are you saying
that people that don't understand that or people that are in that lifestyle?
No, people outside. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody says that, a guy that might say, that he wants to be a woman or whatever, or that he might be gay or vice versa. A lot of people on the outside automatically think sex. Oh, sex, with 2 men is gross, or sex, it's not a sex. It's not just a sex thing. It's not even, for most people, it's not even the sex thing that has even brought them to this realization of who they are or where they are. But that's because
society has made it seem
and
like
that is so annoying to me.
But it's really not.
Yeah, and that is so annoying to me. It's like, dang, just because that's not what it's all about. Like, have you even talked to anybody? Like, these are regular people. They just have different ways of thinking or viewpoints or feelings or emotions or something about who they are or whatever. We have a comment.
It's next, right? And he wants to know, he said, taking nothing away from the LGBT community, but a transgender woman is not a woman. He's a man who wants to be something he can't.
I agree.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the same thing that
I would agree.
Z was saying.
A transgender man is a transgender man. He is not a woman to me. I can look at him beautiful and titties and everything, and I'm still gonna say you're a beautiful transgender man. But I am a woman. Your doctor did good, though, but I
would probably say you're a transgender woman, but I wouldn't feel like you are a woman. Like, we are not the same. Like, I'm not gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we would be. I don't consider you the woman like I'm the woman. I'm gonna say transgender woman because that's literally what you did. You transitioned your gender to be a woman. Well, I guess I see your point too, because gender itself is either male or female.
Right. Because the things that make me a woman is just not that I got titties and
I see where you
and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So a man can get
not
those things. I mean,
Grandma?
hey, yeah. A man can get those things, surgery, technology, and all that. He can get those things.
But that's what I said earlier.
That does not give him the essence
genetically,
of being,
you're still not going to be.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
And then you're going into these greens and these fields and stuff with all your testosterone and all these things that men are built and designed and genetically equipped and wired to have. And just because inside of this avatar you feel like a woman, your avatar is a goddamn dude.
Genetically made up a man. I think the best solution, if anybody's watching and can really make some change, is to create your own lane. Like,
create your own lane. That is the best solution.
To be honest, that might be interesting to just see.
I would like that. I would like to see
that would be interesting to watch. That would be eye-opening for people that have no clue.
Why not? You have handicap. What is it? A handicap
Special Olympics.
There you go.
Yes, baby. I cannot. I used to love Special Olympics in high school. They showed out.
I'm sorry, y'all, but you got that. Why we can't have transgender Olympics? Or LGBTQ Rainbow Olympics or something. Why we can't have that?
Or they can just add that to that lane.
Add
that lane to that particular
why we can't? Why we can't do that? Like, I would think it is just as entertaining as other stuff that we watch. RuPaul's Drag Race.
But, maybe some of them feel, being devil's advocate, maybe some of them feel like they don't want to be excluded. They want to be included. They don't want you to look at them any different because mentally they feel like,
okay, let me just I'm a devil advocate that too. Guess what? Okay? Listen here. Listen. Y'all listening? Y'all in the back. Okay?
In the back.
Y'all in the back. Y'all listening? Hey. Y'all different. Hey. We love y'all. But you're different. Okay?
Listen, not only are you different.
Embrace your difference.
But you are 1 in 400.
You are 1 in 400 trillion different. Okay? So just create your own lane. It's fine. That way you can be and everything you want to be. Don't nobody got to worry about you. Folks like us ain't got to complain about you fighting with other women and stuff like that. I mean, just have your own lane and it'll be more lucrative for you, be more happy for you, more peaceful for you. And then it'll allow other people, because see, this is the other part. This is the other part to it. I appreciate everybody coming out, being free and saying, I like to do this and this. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. But stop bombarding everybody that ain't. Okay, let's just say that, because I feel like anytime that a straight person or normal person or regular or whatever we call these days, you know what I'm saying, says something, it's like, oh, you shaming, oh, you a basher, you this. I'm not, but I should have the same rights, right? Yeah. To say this is not my lifestyle, or I don't like this, or I feel like I'm a woman and I'm offended.
Now that you say that, it also brought to mind that the world that we live in generally fight so hard to be the first, to work so hard to be the best, to work so hard to stand out. And I could see that community fighting so hard to be the first bisexual person in Congress. The first, it's like we've had plenty of news shows that spotlight those people, you know what I'm saying, and things like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm the first lesbian to win this, or the first, you know what I'm saying? And I think that whole mindset has truly divided us when we think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more that you want to be like somebody else, the more divided we become as a nation, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though we're suggesting, even though we kind of agree on the creating your own lane, not creating your own lane to be separate, but to be the same.
Exactly.
Because creating your own lane means that you don't have to fight to be the best amongst all of these, you know what I'm saying, true women, or all of these true men. You can now fight to be the best amongst who you identify with.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Sexual chocolate.
Mocha says.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly.
What I'm saying.
But
it's not to just be different or whatever, but it's like, look, if we all like this, we all do this, then let's just rock our way and just, you know what I'm saying, have our competitions, all this, all that, I do, you know, and you're basically doing it anyway.
Yep.
So stop just trying to jump in there and just, you know, because basically you suck. Because I don't know about you, I haven't heard any stories of a woman changing to a man and going into the male field. There probably are. I haven't read those.
There's definitely some that's fighting to do it.
There probably.
Definitely.
I haven't read those. I don't care how swole she is. Let her go on out there in that field. Okay. Let's just be. Hey, it worked both ways. Okay. Yeah. I don't care how much she can live. I don't care how diesel she is. I do not care. If she goes out on that field with some old grown men, okay, they're gonna knock her ass down.
She'll get dealt with.
Like handed too. That's just the design. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Some people was, hey, listen. I was born in a short avatar, okay? I used to pray for long legs, okay?
Did you?
For years, I used to pray for long legs.
I have always
that is the one prayer that I realized I was not gonna get. I had to accept it. Okay, so I get being
selfish.
I get being in a body or whatever that you don't want to be in. Okay, I get that, man. I understand. Okay, I feel your plight, man. But some things you just gotta accept. You know, some things just is what it is. As much as I want to fight and be mad because my legs are short as fuck and I can't, you know, be a runway model with these little short ass legs. It's nothing I can do about it. So I'm embracing my short legs. And that's basically, you know what I'm saying? Some things you just, hey, you a woman inside here, you roar. Yes. Okay. But your body though, bruh. Your body, my nigga. Your body, son. Your body is filled with testosterone.
I think at the end of the day, and we ain't gonna be able to wrap it up. We're gonna let y'all wrap it up because y'all know more than we do. Because it's just open dialogue. But I think we both agree to each his own. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But don't fight us so hard to convince.
Right.
Don't fight to convince me because I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good being the woman that I am.
Right.
And I'm okay with you being whoever you are. Mm-hmm. And even, you know, now that I say that, I said wrap it up. But I'm just thinking about the gay, lesbian, and bisexual people that I know. And it has never been a situation where they had to blatantly just come out and tell me that they were gay, lesbian or bisexual. And we never had to have a conversation about it because our friendship didn't lean toward that. It wasn't dependent on it. It wasn't based on it. I mean, we just got along, we clicked.
Right.
And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, I feel like heterosexual beings, as much as they talk about sex, they don't press the issue with people that they like. I'm not running up to nobody that I don't know telling, hey, I like dick. You know that, right?
Right. Exactly.
I'm not doing that.
You know what I'm saying? Now.
Right. You know that, right?
Right.
I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So Mocha says, to each his own. Mm-hmm. But be committed to that. If you really believe that is who you are, be committed to that and own that for yourself and don't force that on other people.
Yes. Sounds great.
See y'all next week. Thank y'all. Create your own lane. Yes. Please comment below, share, like, subscribe.
Follow, subscribe.
Shout out to Kim, our engineer. Shout out to ATL HD Studios.
Shout out to Keeks, who's filling in for
comment section. Filling in for D.
D couldn't be here.
And make sure you follow us on Facebook and YouTube at The POW Experience.
Yep. Catch us on Thursday.
Bye.